Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 1 with our Waste Not deck. This is actually a perfect hand. We have the turn 2 Waste Not, and then we have the Secret in hand, and if we get any value out of that, then we can start this Necromancer Stockpile Tymaret chain. So we definitely want to keep this. We are on the draw. Our opponent will get to go first, and if we're gets any aggro deck, we might be in a bit of trouble, but if it is a control matchup, I'm loving this hand. So a Temple of Malady. I'm expecting the whip decks, the Sidisi whip decks to be quite prevalent in the Abzan midrange, as we just got done with Worlds, and Sidisi whip was one of the main decks played there. So anywho, we'll go ahead and Evolving Wilds for just a swamp is fine. So there's a Gray Merchant that'll help us get back in this. So Evolving Wilds, grab a basic swamp, pass the turn to him. So I don't want to see like a Sylvan Caryatid this turn because I don't know if that's the draw that we're definitely worried about. And it does appear... Okay, just a Satyr Wayfinder, so he's not going to be able to get a fourth turn Sidisi out. And discarding isn't the greatest versus him because it's going to give him ammo. But, I mean, he's going to get ammo anyway with a lot of things. Not the greatest Satyr Wayfinder. He does find a temple. He puts the... Let's see, what did he put in his hand here? He puts the temple in his hand. So we will get the Waste Not out this turn. Go ahead and throw it out. And next turn we got the Secret, which will hopefully draw some cards off the Waste Not. But again, there's not really any bad interaction with Waste Not. Either I'm going to get 2/2 zombie, just block him, or I'm going to get Ashiok. Ashiok's not the greatest card versus me. I run a very low creature count, but he does find a black cat, and that is something I have to deal with. But again, he's going to be discarding cards, and Ashiok is going to allow him to get out that black cat if he wants. But Tymaret, the combo of Tymaret Necromancer Stockpile is going to be very great. So I'm going to go ahead and just thin out the deck with a Bloodstain. We'll go get the one of Mountain that is in our deck before it gets milled. And we're going to use the Secret. This will self-mill us. That's why I like it with Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise, we'd already be at really high cards in our graveyard. And so I get to draw a card and add 2 to my mana pool. That's going to be nice. And let's see what he put in the graveyard here. So Hero's Downfall and an Opulent Palace. So Waste Not's already got its value. I could definitely go a Black Cat here, but I'm thinking that Necromancer Stockpile might be... No, I think the Black Cat is better here. We'll throw out a Black Cat. Now he can attack in, and it gives me something to attack him with. And we'll pass the turn to him. So he finds another Black Cat and more Murderous Cuts and a Mind Rot. Go to the graveyard. He's going to be able to Thought Seize me here. He'll probably take my Necromancer Stockpile. Now I'm definitely wishing I would have cast the Necromancer Stockpile over the Black Cat, as that is definitely going to be his move here. I don't think that he would take the Gray Merchant at this point. And Necromancer is only a 1-of, so, and there's no way for me to get it back from my graveyard. And in a grindy match, I mean, that's really what I wanted to resolve. Yep, easy decision for him. 2 cards left in hand. I don't think he can afford to attack with his Black Cat. At this point, I think, or attack with a Satyr Wayfinder, I think at this point I just attack into him rather than his Ashiok. Ashiok can keep pretty low with the Tymaret. So that was a great top deck. Great top deck. So let's go ahead and use it right now. As this is going to get rid of the last 2 cards in his hand. So we get Sidisi and Hornet Queen. So two zombies. I'm going to go ahead and thin out the deck again. Go grab a swamp. And I am going to attack into... I believe at this point we attack into Ashiok. No, he just block actually. So that no cards in hand, that would not be smart. So wonder what he does with Ashiok at this point. If he needs to put out a black cat. Yeah, I thought he would do that. So the black cat's going to come out. That's going to be a bit of a nuisance for me to attack into, but if I just cast the Gray Merchant, Tymaret's not that bad to be in the graveyard. So again, here we go with the top decks are a worst nightmare. I think we just do resolve the Gray Merchant, and now we'll do 3 damage to him. And I think we just start going into Ashiok at this point. Need him to start blocking with these. He'll block. I'm sure the Satyr Wayfinder will go on the Black Cat. The Black Cat will go on a zombie token. Ashiok goes down to a 3. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a card to discard. And yeah, maybe the play actually would have been Tymaret, sacrifice a Black Cat, but he's really into top deck mode. A Whip here doesn't really top deck him into being able to cast it as well. It will give us a turn. And it looks like that's a great top deck with Sidisi. And he does find a zombie. Yes, a Courser. So he gets a zombie to protect his Ashiok. He can throw out another Black Cat. At this point, I think we just need to start utilizing the Tymaret to finish him off and just drop into that other Gray Merchant. So it's going to be another Waste Not. We'll go ahead and cast it. Better than having it in our hand. So now he's got Dead Thought Seizes he could draw into. And it really is top deck mode. Again, that you can just see how top decks are the bane of this deck. As he's going to have Ashiok out that he can keep using each turn. But, I mean, I've got ammo with the zombie tokens. He finds a Master the Feast. That would have been great to force him to draw cards. And, I mean, I've got quite a bit of things in my graveyard for Whip when I decide to draw into my Whip. So Sign in Blood, I can Sign in Blood myself, or I could actually Sign in Blood him. It's a lot better when you have Sign in Blood and a discard spell. But I'll Sign in Blood myself. And there's the Whip. And I believe we will cast the Master of the Feast. And now he's got to deal with it. If he's got like a Murderous Cut in his hand, he's got a Murderous Cut. It'll give him some card advantage per turn. But with the Whip in our hand, yeah, we're definitely in great shape. I can't quite actually take out Ashiok here. And I would lose the Whip if I were to attack into that Black Cat. So again, anyone's game here. Let's hope for just lands being top decked rather than actual threats. I mean, you might at this point, is Ashiok something that you just kill with the Master? So he got a Swamp. He's got one more card in hand. And he's going to exile. Does not find. Yeah, nothing really spectacular. But I think I will just take out Ashiok here. Looks like he's got a Murderous Cut, though. Or he's digging. Yeah, just Murderous Cut on the Master. And there's Waste Not again. At this point, yeah, very weak card. He got all my black cats with his... Just gonna whip. And just attack into the Grey Merchant. Into Ashiok. See if we can get a black cat out of the way, because I don't even care about this Waste Not at this point. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, he's going to double block. Yeah, that's actually what I want, because I want this in my graveyard. So that works out perfectly. We'll get rid of the black cat. We'll get rid of our Waste Not. And now we'll be able to whip that back next turn. Satyr Wayfinder. 2 Coursers go to the bin and a Doomwake. But he does find that land, and he gets another zombie. And again, doesn't find anything significant with my draws. So I think we just start whipping back. Grey Merchants. Which puts him down to a 5. And then we'll attack him with the Grey Merchant here. And I guess this is the reasoning for having more red mana with the Tymaret. Is I'd be able to have multiple activations. Now, Despise seems pretty powerful in the sideboard coming in. But there's really not much he can do next game to combat, or next turn to get out of this. We're getting in for 2 with the Tymaret. Tymaret just needs to untap, and then we just need to whip in a master next turn. Attack in here. Let's see if he just blocks with Sidisi. Give me some more life. I mean, I could kill off the Satyr Wayfinder here, but it's definitely just better just to do the damage, I would think, rather than gaining. Yep. So or we could just sacrifice another zombie and get rid of a Satyr. Nah, it's not even going to matter. Put it up to a healthy 30. He's down to a 3. So our opponent scoops here after taking a considerable amount of time. And I guess just concedes the game. So we get a pack of Construct here. I do want to keep this video, though, so we're going to continue just to look what I would have brought in versus that matchup. Is I probably would have brought in the Drowning Sorrows just because it does take care of a lot of the Sidisi tokens, and it also takes care of Hornet Queen, which is one of the main ways that they win is through the Hornet Queen. Then we also have the Bile Blights that are exceptionally well against that matchup. And we also have Despise, which first turn Despise can really shut down his ability to get out that third turn Sidisi, which is so explosive. So I feel good about that matchup. We'll play some more here. I apologize that my opponent just decided to concede without going on to game 2. But anyway, is what it is. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again and hope to see you soon.